Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to the Edgar-O world, and welcome back to the House of Nightmares. Alright you guys, so in today's video we are going to be talking about two exciting things. One of those things, you guys, it is finally official. So Syfy and Don Moncini finally came out and made a statement saying we are going to be getting a Chucky season 2. Now I gotta say, this is not a shocker for me because I kind of knew, like, it just felt like it would be right. Like, I don't know, I just felt like if this was going to be a successful TV show, that they were definitely going to make a season 2 or part 2. It was just kind of obvious because they name me one show. Just name me one show that was really popular, it was really famous, and they never made a season 2. I'll wait. I mean, it was obvious, you know, it was obvious this season, this episode, this whole entire series of Chucky brought in a lot of viewers. It brought in millions of viewers, so it was kind of like obvious that they were going to do a season 2, and I'm super glad. I'm super just like proud of the whole entire Chucky gang and the Chucky team behind everything, and I'm super glad that they decided they were going to make a season 2. I gotta say, it wasn't a shocker, but it was a shocker that they announced it like right away. And I think the reason why they decided to just announce it right away is because this is still hot. It's still like the hot topic, you know. So I don't think if they would have waited too long, it would kind of be like, I don't know, like it's kind of like a sequel to a movie. If you wait too long, nobody cares. That's why when you make a movie and it's a success and it's a box office hit, you gotta make a sequel right away. You can't wait too long, or else people are going to just forget about it and not care. Kind of like Zombieland Double Tap, which by the way I did not like. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm honestly genuinely happy that we are going to get a season 2. But I gotta say, when do you guys think this is going to be released? Because I feel like if they do it right away, it's gonna feel, I don't know, it's gonna feel weird. But if they wait all the way till October, would it be too late? I don't know, but I hope, I don't know, I'm hoping for maybe a summer release. But I guess it would make sense if they wait all the way till October, because it's like Halloween vibes and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm just happy that we are going to get a season 2. But yeah, you guys, moving on to the season finale, moving on to episode 8, and these are going to be my thoughts and opinions. And I gotta say, I have a lot of thoughts, I have a lot of opinions, and I know you Chucky fans are probably gonna hate me after this, but that's okay because opinions are just like apples. We all have one, and it's okay. It's good to agree and disagree, but these are just my personal opinions, these are my personal thoughts, and we're just gonna have to deal with that. Oh, but I gotta say, I'm gonna be rambling here. This is not a breakdown. These are just my thoughts and opinions, and I would like to know if you guys agree or disagree. So I'm gonna be scrambling all around the place. So please bear with me and help me out. But one thing that I gotta say is the intro, the Chucky fonts. This is probably by far my favorite one out of all of them. Out of all 8 that we've seen, there was a lot of great ones, a lot of okay ones, but this one right here with all the good guy boxes is by far the best one. I really like this font, and I think it just fits with the whole entire like season finale, the last episode for season 1. It just fits perfect with this. So yeah, this episode had a lot of great things, a lot of great elements, a lot of great kills, but it also did have a bunch of things that, I don't know, I gotta say, it kind of bothered me. There's a few things that I didn't like, but for the most part, it was a great episode, you guys. There was a lot of great things in this episode, a lot of things that perhaps maybe we didn't know and now we know. So one of the things that I want to say, or one of the things that I want to start off with, is the whole Tiffany throwing herself under the bus when she killed Chucky, and she pretty much confessed to him, like, did you know why the police caught you? Like, how did the police find you?
Did you ever wonder how those cops found you that night in Chicago.
And then they gave us that little flashback to her being in that apartment in Chicago. And we see her calling the police, pretty much calling 911. And we see her trying to speak to Detective Mike Norris, who you might know, it's a very important piece of the puzzle, to be honest with you, because he is one of the OGs for the Chucky universe. And it would have been nice to see Mike Norris make an appearance. I gotta say, it would be nice, but maybe for season 2. So that to me was kind of like a shocker, like, oh, so that's pretty much how it all went down, because Tiffany betrayed Chucky. In a sense, she betrayed Chucky because she felt unappreciated, or she felt unloved. So yeah, I guess that was kind of like a nice flashback, kind of like a full circle moment. One thing that was crazy was Tiffany decapitating Chucky, or pretty much killing him and talking to a severe head. That was crazy to me. I was like, wait, what? I honestly gotta say, I don't like when they kill Chucky, because they make him look weak. Like, I don't know, there's something about when somebody kills Chucky, it just makes him look weak, or it makes him look like he's not this really bad, evil Chucky doll. Because it's like, come on, it's Chucky. You can't kill Chucky. Like, you can't kill Michael Myers, you can't kill Jason, and Chucky's right on that top 3 list. You just can't kill him. Also, one thing that I like about that scene is when Tiffany is setting up the bomb and she mentions Glenda, where she says, oh, it's so pretty, we have great taste, me and my daughter Glenda gave me this. They kind of wanted to mention that, and I like that. I like the fact that they mentioned that. It's almost kind of like they just keep reminding us about Glen and Glenda, and I think they're doing that because they're building it up for season 2. And when they leave that scene, they leave Devin alone with pretty much the body and the head on the floor. This reminded me of Child's Play 1, when Karen shoots Chucky while he's burnt and the whole head flies out, and the body of Chucky is walking towards Chucky with the knife. I believe that's the scene of Child's Play 1 at the end. So that to me kind of reminded me of Child's Play 1, so it was a really, really nice reference to that. One scene that wasn't really shocking to me was Junior's death. I honestly didn't care that much for Junior's death. I felt like, well, I mean, he pretty much turned into this really bad kid, so it wasn't really like a sad, touching scene. Maybe it wasn't just sad enough for me, but I really didn't care for Junior's death. I don't know, Junior just wasn't one of my favorite characters. But I did like the fact that they are killing, I guess, semi-main characters, because sometimes you just gotta take that L, you know? It just can't be all rainbows and butterflies and just a happy ending. I gotta be honest, you guys, one scene that I thought was a little bit cheesy, I didn't hate the scene, but I thought the scene was a little cheesy, was the movie theater scene where Chucky is killing everybody in the seats with the knife. He's just going underneath everybody and just stabbing them from, you know, like, I guess the booty. I don't know, I just thought the scene was a little bit too long, because I don't know, I feel like if this was to happen in real life, a lot of people would just get up from the seats right away and they would just run up. And I felt like the scene was stretched out a little too long, where it just felt a little cheesy to me. I mean, it wasn't a horrible scene. I didn't hate the scene. I just thought it was cheesy. It was funny to me. Another scene that I did enjoy was when Kyle walked in the scene to save the day, and she saved Lexi and Jake, and she pretty much shoots this Chucky doll, and just the whole entire scene of the Chucky doll head just blowing up. It was a really good scene. I actually enjoyed that scene. I actually liked how the Chucky doll looked in the floor, just with the bullets and just like bleeding from the face. It just, I don't know, it seemed pretty cool. Like, I feel like if somebody created a doll like that, it will look really, really badass. I mean, I don't know, you guys, there's a lot of things about this episode that I really, really liked, and then also there's a lot of things that I'm not gonna say I didn't like, but kind of bother me. Like, one of those things that bother me and still bothers me is just this whole cult of Chucky, like this whole voodoo spelled, and I don't want to say it's confusing, because every time I say it's confusing, a lot of you guys always get on your little keyboard and you're like, oh, did you not watch the whole movie? You're not a real Chucky fan then. Like, I get it, I'm just not a big fan of this little story. I don't like the fact that Chucky can split his soul into so many dolls, so many humans, and I honestly hope they don't do that with Tiffany. I don't want to see a cult of Tiffany. To me, the story is starting to get like, I don't want to say cheesy, because I don't want to sound like I hate it, because I don't hate it, but it all almost feels like we're going from like Bride of Chucky to Seed of Chucky. You know, we're doing good, just don't ruin it with this. I don't know, I just don't like the whole idea of Chucky splintering his soul into so many bodies or in so many dolls, good guy dolls. Oh, now it has to be good guy dolls, vintage good guy dolls, and just pretty much Chucky explaining the rules, like, oh, you can't do this, you can't kill babies, you can't kill anybody underneath the age of 5, but you try to kill Andy when he was 6. So it's kind of like a little bit confusing with that. And what I mean confusing, I mean like, is there a specific Chucky doll who has like the main soul, like the main one, you know, it's like the main one? Because I feel like if Chucky can splinter his soul into so many dolls or so many people or so many whatever, then that would just make him immortal. Like, wouldn't that just make him immortal? I just don't like the whole idea with the voodoo, and I know you guys are gonna come for me for that, but that's okay. It doesn't even matter. It's my own personal liking in the Chucky world, in the Chucky universe, and I just think that I hope they don't keep doing that or keep building this storyline about this voodoo spell and just transferring your soul into so many dolls. I really like the idea of just Chucky needing to find the first person he told his secret to, and that was Andy. That was a perfect storyline. But now he magically found this new spell where he doesn't need Andy. He just put his soul into any dolls. Or now it's just every single good guy doll. Oh, now it's just a vintage doll. It's just, I don't know. I just hope they don't ruin that with the voodoo spell. I mean, there isn't a lot of things that I didn't like about this, because I really liked everything about this series. I liked everything about this episode. And one scene, you guys, one scene that I personally liked, and I've been reading a lot of people's comments, and a lot of people don't like this scene. A lot of people are crying about it. A lot of people are just complaining about it, being a little whiny baby about it. And I gotta say, I like this scene, and I'm gonna tell you why I like this scene, because it makes sense. And that scene that I'm talking about is Nica. It's when Nica wakes up and she has no arms and she has no legs. I gotta say, that scene for me was a really great scene, and it was a good scene because you can feel the emotion of Nica. You can feel the agony and the pain and the sadness and just everything. She just lost everything in that moment, and it was just felt real. That's one of the reasons why I like the scene. The scene just felt real, and it just felt very compelling. But I like this scene, and a lot of people didn't like that. Like, no, why my girl Nica? But I like that scene because it's what the Chucky represents. It's what Tiffany represents. You know, Tiffany told her, like, if Chucky wakes up, if you wake up again and Chucky's in this body, God knows what he's gonna do to me. So I fixed that problem. And she did fix the problem by cutting off her legs and cutting off her hands. And I loved it. I loved it. It was a crazy scene. It was a shocker. It was a jaw-dropping scene. And it was just a crazy moment, because when you see that scene, it honestly just gives you that shocking moment or those chills down your spine. I don't know. I loved it, you guys. I like that scene. I think that scene was probably my favorite scene out of the whole entire episode, because that's who Tiffany is. You gotta remember, that's who Tiffany is. She might seem like she's a lovable person and she's really cute and she loves Nica, but you gotta remember, she did betray Chucky. She did betray Chucky by calling the cops on him. She did betray Chucky by decapitating him. So why wouldn't she do that to Nica? But yeah, I like that whole entire scene, and a lot of fans are complaining and crying about it, like, oh, that's one of my favorite characters. That's one of my favorite characters. I mean, be glad that they didn't kill the character off. I feel like they're going to do a lot more with her, and I like that. You know, like I said, this is not one of those scenes where everybody's happy and everybody gets to go home with a big smile on their face and the cloud clears out and there's no more tornadoes. The possessed girl is no longer possessed. This is not a Cinderella story. This is Chucky. This is what we need. This is what we want. So yeah, you guys, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I really liked about this episode, about the whole entire series. It's a really great series. If you guys haven't watched it or haven't been able to watch it, make sure you watch it before season 2 comes out, because this is a really good series. The storyline is really, really good. Even though this episode did feel a little bit rushed, I feel like I don't know, the whole entire ending feel like they could have pushed it to maybe episode 9 or 10. I feel like they could have stretched it to at 10 episodes, and I think that's probably what they're gonna do with season 2. Probably do more episodes to make it a little bit longer, because this episode did feel a little bit rushed. It felt like, okay, we have one episode left and I still want to add this, this, and this, and that. So how can we push this together? Oh, I know how. It just kind of felt like that. It kind of felt rushed, but I liked it. I'm not complaining. I don't hate it. I didn't hate anything about it. I liked it. 2 characters that I would also like to see, surprisingly, is Glen and Glenda. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Pseudo Chucky, I would like to see Glen and Glenda make an appearance. But I don't want them to make an appearance being nice or trying to save the kids. I would like for them to make an appearance being evil, being killers and stuff like that. I know Glen didn't want to be a killer, but maybe he grew up to be this killer like his dad. I don't know, but I do think that maybe they were trying to see what the fans wanted from season 1, and now that they got the green light, like, yes, we want to see Glen and Glenda, maybe now in season 2 we'll get to see Glen and Glenda, because these are 2 characters that I would like to see. Regardless of how I feel about Pseudo Chucky, I think because it is part of the Chucky universe, we should get to see them, and maybe we should get to see them in doll form. I don't know, maybe human form too, but I would like to see them in doll form. So yeah, you guys, I don't know. Andy Barkley finally got to meet Tiffany the doll. That was such an iconic scene. So yeah, I would like to see what happens next, because we know Andy never got to see Tiffany because they pretty much forgot about Andy Barkley after Bride of Chucky. So whoa, you guys, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to digest, because there's a lot of questions that I have, like what happened to Kyle. Did Kyle survive? I know a lot of people like, she did survive because we saw her hand wearing that black glove in the tree at the end, but it's like, okay, but we don't know if it was really her. We really don't know if it was really her, because at the end Chucky did like a kill count of how many people he killed, and in that house it said that somebody died in that house. So I don't know, it's going to be really interesting. I hope they didn't kill Kyle off. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be mad. Kyle is one of my favorite characters, to be honest with you. I think she's one of my favorite characters more than Andy. That says a lot. I'm just saying, I'm gonna be mad if they kill Kyle. I don't think they killed off Kyle though. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think they killed Kyle that fast or that soon. So, I don't know. I probably missed a lot of things. I have my notes here, but yeah, you guys, I'm just gonna stop here because I don't want this to be too long. But I gotta be honest, I really like this episode. I really like the series. Despite the whole cult or storyline, this was a great TV series. This is a great storyline. It's a great, I don't know, just a fun time series, and I cannot wait for episode 2. But I would like to know your thoughts and your opinions in the comments down below. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? And it's always good to agree and disagree. Just be respectful. These are just my thoughts and my opinions. You gotta remember, these are just fictional characters. Don't take it too far. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for season 2. I'm ready. Bring it on, because it's going to be epic. I already know. But alright, if you guys like this video, please give this video a huge thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to click that notification bell to get notified for every single time I upload, which is once a week. But alright, you guys, as always, thank you for watching. Happy holidays, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.